I've often wondered whether or not, as an individual, whether or not, I was hiding behind my glee of wanting to be successful in China and, hiding the whole human rights issue or whatever behind myself and so on. And because, I think if a company has integrity, it has to have integrity. And so therefore you have to be real, and I think you have to ask yourself questions of, are you profiteering just because you like money? Are you really making a contribution that is substantive towards world peace? Now, there are obviously two ways to view that. I had an interesting talk. I had an opportunity to lunch once with Nelson Mandela. And of course, he's seen a side that's quite difficult on a human rights basis, with a lot of time in jail and so on. And I told him about my dilemma. I said, I've been doing a lot of business in China for many, many years. And I've often wondered, because there are so many rumors and discussions about this issue, what is your view about this? I mean, am I just hiding behind my greed or wanting to? His answer was absolutely astounding to me anyhow, because it was not the one I was expecting. He said, André, he has a wonderful voice, a very rich voice and everything. Did you know, André? He said, China is a different country than any other country in the world. You will not be able to contain China. Therefore, you must help it to develop. That is the greatest contribution that can be made. So that gave me a lot of solace in the fact that constructive engagement is really the only way forward. Because, you do hear stories, obviously, and I don't want to participate in things that are not correct. But I have to say, the human rights record in this country, or any other country, is something that is not perfect for any country. But the progress that has been made in this country, when you talk about laws and the role that Canada has played. I mean, Beverly McLaughlin's coming here, his Supreme Court, and Douglas Robertson, who's a lawyer from Heenan's, wrote the trust law. I mean, we have played a huge role in enabling that to happen. The difficulty is in this whole system is that this system is not based on law. This system was based on Confucianism. And Confucianism is an idea that stems from the family, which is kind of interesting. And so that's why the guanxi and the relationships become so important, because they are the law. That's the way it works. So this whole concept of law being developed over a system that they have already worked with for thousands of years, which is their law, is a very difficult conversion. And I would argue that what they have done since 1978 to today is astounding. I mean, very few nations have gone through the changes that this nation has gone through. Is it perfect?
Comfort to those that
is it perfect? No. But you know what? It's 100 times better. I think it's going to continue to get better. And I think if you listen to the Chinese leadership, they're talking about it now. And they're open about the issue that they want to make it better. And they are working at it. So I think we should continue to help them and move things forward. And the people demanded it anyhow. So it's a matter of time. So I'm very encouraged by that.